Tucker isn't here, is he?
Born and bred in Brooklyn, New York, Orlando Bishop has called LA home since 1997. He's a screenwriter, a stand-up comic, a husband, and a father. Ladies and gentlemen, Orlando Bishop.
Thank you. Gifts. That's a good December theme, gifts. After all, it's the holiday season. It's a time for family, for giving gifts, for receiving gifts. But this holiday season, my mind is neither on what I've given nor what I've received. My mind is on what I've lost. You see, this holiday season, I got the big V. Did you think vagina? I wanted to pause here and quickly scan the crowd for people who were thinking vagina. No judgments. You know, if some guy wants to run out and get himself a vagina, cool with me. So that's not what I did. Hey, let's spread the rumor that that's covered by Obamacare and watch Rick Perry's head explode. That'd be fun, huh? But I digress. No, I did not go out and get myself a vagina, but you're getting warm. This holiday season, I got myself a vasectomy. Wow, I just felt myself shrink in your eyes. So as everyone around me is thinking about this time of year, I'm thinking about this time in my life. And I'd like to say thank you to some old friends who've seen me through thick and thin over the years. Ladies and gentlemen, a blues for my balls. How would I tell them? We're getting the big V. How would I break the news? Look, guys, there's no easy way to say this. You've been a major part of this operation for as long as I can remember, but we're going to be doing some restructuring. Surely I should thank them for the kids. I mean, we have twin 6-year-olds, my wife and I, a boy and a girl. They're great kids. I love them. They're cute, they're smart, they're an outstanding argument for vasectomies. They're killing me slowly. But I sure do love those little fuckers. Yeah, I should definitely thank them for the kids. That's too literal, though. Too small a way to express all that they've meant to me. I mean, I didn't want to hit them with, your services are no longer required, but feel free to hang around as long as you like. Trusted advisors, loyal friends. I can barely remember a time before I learned to play with balls. My son says he wants to play soccer, so I sign him up for soccer. And the first time he gets knocked down, going for the ball, I don't like soccer. He marches off the field, pissed. I try to talk him back out there. Now he's pissed and crying. So we leave. And as I strap him into his car seat, I say, next week I don't want to come here next week. I don't want to play soccer. Now, for the record, growing up in Brooklyn, I've come to blows from motherfuckers talking to me like that. So I took a deep breath, and I closed the door. And as I walked around my truck, I summoned my patron saint, Cliff Huxtable. What would Cliff And it was coming to me. I almost had it. And I opened the driver's door and I don't want to play soccer. And Cliff left. All that was left climbing into that truck was a brother from Brooklyn who knew he had a lesson to teach. And who don't like nobody talking to him with all that motherfucking bass in there. So I turned to my son and I said, let me tell you something. You may become the best soccer player who ever lived. You may become the worst. But what you will not be is a quitter. I don't care how many times you get knocked down. I only care how many times you get back up. He doesn't know it yet, but all those things you go through as a boy can give you the balls you'll need as a man. I remember once, I must have been about 14, I was in a corner store in Flatbush. I grew up in Flatbush. A guy came in with this girl and bought a 50-cent pack of cookies. I'm gonna say the dude was a thug, but you know, well, you'll see. Anyway, as he leaves the store, he turns back, holds up the 50-cent pack of cookies and announces, this pack is open, I'm gonna get another pack. Now the Chinese store owner, I don't know if he was really Chinese, but at that point in my life, all Asian people were Chinese to me. Anyway, the Asian store owner shot back, no, you open it. At that point, the brother did the only reasonable thing to do in a conflict over a 50-cent pack of cookies. He pulled out a gun and started waving it. So what do you guys think, thug? I'm gonna go with thug. So this thug is waving this gun and hollering about shooting a motherfucker, which made me uneasy. I didn't get the sense that he cared specifically which motherfucker he shot. At one point, I saw down the barrel of that gun. I thought, oh shit, I'm gonna die today in this store over a 50-cent. Now, I've heard stories before about people facing death and how they see their life flash before their eyes. When I looked down the barrel of that gun, you know what I saw? A bullet. There's a motherfucking bullet down there. And this thug is still hollering. And I don't want to die over no 50-cent pack of cookies. Just then, a voice from inside my acid-wash jeans. You just gonna stay in there and become an innocent bystander? So, look man, as far as I'm concerned, you can have another pack of cookies. Can I go? Yeah, go ahead, shorty. And just like that, I calmly slipped between my new best friend and the store owner and out of the store. When I got outside, you know what I did? I laughed. I laughed and went home. I ain't tell my moms. All I was gonna do was worry her. I ain't tell my sister. Anyway, what was there to say? They already knew. That's Flatbush, baby. You wanna survive there? You better have balls. As my doctor smiled reassuringly, detailing what he planned to do to us, I couldn't help but consider man's inhumanity to man. It's a simple procedure. Just then, a voice from inside my khakis. Yeah, real simple for the guy with the scalpel in his hand. Uh-oh, they'd heard the diabolical plan. I could barely hear the doctor anymore. I mean, they were more than a little testy. They were going nuts. Finally, his voice broke through. Do you have any other questions? Apparently, he didn't hear the screams from my crotch. Yeah, I got a question. How do you sleep at night? I smiled politely, thanked him for his time, and stopped to see the receptionist. 3 weeks later, I'd have it done. 3 weeks. 3 complicated weeks. First there was bargaining. Come on, give us a chance to figure this out. Whatever mess you've gotten yourself into, it can't be any worse than the Panama incident, and we got ourselves out of that. Then there was anger. They blamed my wife, of course. You've known us longer than you've known her. I told them it was my idea, but I couldn't sell it. They know me better than that. Finally, the guilt trip. After all we've done for you. When Daphne was pissed back in '94, who told you to march up to her room and do whatever you had to do to get her back? When you wanted that Hollywood career more than anything on earth, who told you to pack your shit in that rickety-ass 3-wheel car and drive 3,000 miles to follow your dream? When one deal after another came close only to fall through, and most people would have quit, who told you to get up, dust yourself off, and go even harder? Sheepishly, I mumbled, "You did." You're goddamn right we did! And now you're gonna cut us off? You'll still be on an advisory role, but they'd hear nothing of it. We'd always had a special bond, and now I focus on holiday concerts and ballet recitals and taekwondo tournaments. At the last taekwondo tournament, Alex, my son, entered in judo sweep. You scored with takedowns. And no sooner had Alex taken the mat than he'd been taken down twice. Boom! Bam! The second time his head hit the mat and he came up with this look on his face like, yeah, that's about enough of that shit. Then he took over the match. Bam! Boom! Bow! He took that kid down so many times, so fast, that the kid just walked off the mat crying to his mother. I did my best not to celebrate. On the outside. As they handed Alex his medal, he held it up, turned to me with this 1,000-watt smile and boomed, "I got knocked down, but I got back up." You're goddamn right, son. You've got balls. Oh, the places you three will go. As for me and mine, I just want to say, thanks for the memories, fellas. And the kids. Thanks for the kids.
Bishop, so we're going to take a quick intermission. You can stock up on beer and you can take the time to ask Mr. Bishop about the Panama incident.